Okay. All right. What's up, guys? Today we're talking about 33 Yorkville, also known as the Pemberton. If you have not seen this 3D model before, anything in white or gray is already existing. Anything in blue is under construction, and anything in pink is, or salmon, whatever you want to call it, it's approved, planned or approved, right? But not under construction yet, okay? So, 33 Yorkville is probably one of the, if not the most anticipated launches of this year. We're right here, Bay and Yorkville, and you can see the building right in behind the Four Seasons here. So this is 33 Yorkville. You have your north and your south tower. All right, directly to our east, you've got 11 Yorkville, and then you have the completed building, 1 Yorkville. A little bit to the north, you got 50 Schollard, okay? Obviously, right behind us, you've got the 1 by Mizrahi. And for those wondering, this pencil tower here, a really interesting proposal by, I can't remember the developer, but it's a cool looking building, just a little bit south on Bay, right? 87 stories. And then for those wondering, because I saw some people say online that nothing is coming to the west of the site, which isn't exactly true. So there's an approval, or not an approval, but a submission for approval from Kingset Capital for a 37-story tower here, 1255 Bay, both retail on the ground level, office above that, and then you got this cool terrace separating the two, and then condo above that. You can kind of see it here. So just something to keep in mind. To be aware of, obviously, if you're getting those, if you're thinking you're unobstructed, to the west here, just something to keep in mind that may be blocked up to the 37th floor or so in the future, right? Okay, so let's talk about the project. The prices, obviously, they're high, but I don't know what people expected. So the prices are exactly in line with what I anticipated to see for this launch. Yorkville is not cheap. It is the most expensive per square foot of any condo neighborhood in Toronto. And on Yorkville Avenue specifically, like this is going to be the last Yorkville Avenue condo address, apparently, right? So that carries some weight. You're right across from the Four Seasons, one of the higher selling condo buildings. And this actually, that's worth looking up. What are we at these days for the Four Seasons? We are at $1,700 a foot, average over the past 365 days. Obviously, hotel residence mix, so it's a little bit of a different product, larger units, which I think puts us at, where's the values and trends? They keep moving. Yeah, number 1, so the highest selling price per square foot of any condo building in the city. You're directly across the street from that. In terms of the building itself, so I'll just quickly run through some of the renderings. Obviously, this is the building here. Great amenities in the building. So you've got the 7th floor, full floor of amenities. What is this? Get me to, there we go. You've got your lobby, your sky lobby, and then you've got your outdoor pool. I love to see outdoor pools. I think they're more useful than indoor pools. I think they're used more. Obviously, you only get a few months of use out of the year, but really, better in terms of maintenance and just, I don't know. I'd rather have an outdoor pool than an indoor pool any day. You've got your music, lounge, and theater, your fitness, your gym here, and there's a render of the full floor of amenities. Obviously, party room, lounge, billiards room, all the normal stuff you'd expect to see. Tons of outdoor terrace spaces, all in the 7th level. And in terms of the finishes, they're actually really nice. So probably, maybe a step above what 1 Yorkville finished at. And we'll get into that soon because here's your bathroom. We'll get into that soon because 1 Yorkville, I think, is a relatively fair comparable because it's a recently completed building in the same neighborhood. If the finishes are not quite as good, but it's the closest thing we have to a comparable, right? So where do prices start? Actually, before prices, get into incentives. So deposit structure I really like, right? It's basically 10% in a year and then 5% in 2023 and 5% on occupancy. And this building's not completing until 2027. It'll probably be complete on time or close to it because it is already well under construction. You can see the pit here where they had the VIP party. So it should finish on time because it's already, under construction. I don't think it'll be too late, if late at all. Development levies are pretty reasonable, 10K and 15K, probably because the building was zoned and approved previously. Parking is $180K or $200K for EV parking. Now, what's the cheapest entry into the building? Well, the cheapest entry is the 365 square junior 1-bedroom for $778,000. I'll show you the floor plan here quickly. The floor plan right here. By the way, junior 1-bed is just colloquial for studio these days. So anyways, here you have it, 365 square. Now, I actually like the 410 square in the south building a little bit better. So I think if you're an investor who likes your trophy real estate and you really want into Yorkville, and this is the project you want, then I would say look at the 410. I like the 410 floor plan a little bit better. I think it's more usable. You got less dead space. It's just a more functional layout. I would pay the premium for the 410, in my opinion. Now, this building is going to have a lot of end user demand because, let's be real, it's in Yorkville and the price point isn't, in terms of cash flow on rent, like it's a different type of real estate, right? It's not your value condo in Mississauga. So this is going to attract a different type of buyer, type of investor who's looking for something to hold in their portfolio 20, 30 years. That or end users, people who actually want to live in their units, right? So it's a different type of buying pool, obviously. And on that note, let's look at some resale values. So obviously we looked at Four Seasons, 1,700 a foot average, but totally different type of product. So let's look at One Yorkville. Like I said, I do think there's a premium associated with 33 Yorkville over One Yorkville, but just putting that aside, looking at numbers, these are recent sales in One Yorkville that happened within the last month. The first one I want to show you is unit 3711. It's a 2-bedroom. I'll show you it here. It's got a wide floor plan rather than a wide and shallow floor plan rather than a narrow and deep floor plan, which is ideal. It's a split layout with bedrooms on opposite side of the unit. It is very small. So I pulled the floor plan here, 688 square feet. Like you can see, very functional layout. It's really tough to make a good 2-bedroom in that small of a space, but they've done it with this floor plan. Works out to just shy of $1,700 a foot, right? And that's resale at One Yorkville. And then we have a second one here. This one's a 1 and den, no parking on this one, 577 square, sold for $865, so about $1,500 per square foot. So associated a little bit of a premium with 33 Yorkville, maybe for the finishes, the amenities, that kind of thing. We're coming in here at about $2,000 a square, exactly what I expected. You could kind of compare apples to apples if you really wanted to. I believe their 680 model, the 680 here, if I pull that one up here, so you can see apples to apples. Like it's an incredible floor plan, great use of space, wide and shallow, going to be a bright unit, lots of linear feet of windows, about as good as a 680 square foot 2-bedroom can get. And it's very similar to this layout, obviously. So this you can buy from the builder for occupancy in 2027 for about 1.4, resale selling for close to 1.2. So it's expensive, right? But it's not as expensive as some projects are when you compare them comparables to comparables. You got Front and Sherborne these days at $1,500 a foot. You've got Distillery almost at the same price. So as far as launching, 15, 20% above resale market, 25%, this is right in line with what we've been seeing all year. So I'm not too mad about the prices. I know a lot of people got bent out of shape, but like I said, they're exactly what I expected. Also important to remember, obviously, no projects really ever launched cheaper than the last guy. So 33 Yorkville, the Pemberton, is setting a new price floor for pre-construction launches in Yorkville. Right. So if you're someone who wants to buy a pre-construction project in Yorkville, if you want to own a unit in Yorkville, obviously it's a great location, so I can understand the allure to that. That the next project is likely, in all likelihood, 99 out of 100 times going to launch considerably more expensive than this one. So it makes a lot of sense from that standpoint if resale units are out of the question for you. I really like the site. I think the development itself is really good. 1,100 units over 2 buildings. Maintenance fees should stay reasonable for a long time because of that. You have such a large pool of people paying towards maintenance fees and such a large reserve fund. So I like the development. In terms of rent at One Yorkville, you'll see, your junior 1-beds or studios are leasing $2,300 a month type of thing. $2,300, yeah. Yeah. So in terms of rent, 2 bed, 2 bath, 1 parking, under 700 square feet, $3,500 a month. So it gives you an idea of rental rate. But again, this isn't your yield, your cash flow yield value investment. Like you're not, if you're not buying this, if you're not okay with a little bit of cash outflow every month, it's obviously about the location for 33 Yorkville. Location couldn't get better in the heart of Yorkville. And very little surrounding development coming in the future. Obviously, Pemberton is a very reputable developer, incredibly well financialized. So I won't go into the history of the site, but suffice to say, I think this one's going to go through and it's going to complete probably close to on time. And the deposit structure is really good. So if you're looking for that trophy real estate, by all means, click the link in the description. I will send you the pricing, floor plans, all that good stuff, and we can get the ball rolling for you. And I will see you guys next video.